Hello! We're live. It's alive. Okay, friends. This has been an insane day. Right now, we are gonna. It's just been a little bit. We're having a blast, though.
It's
right?
so fun.
There have been so many people here today. I just don't even know. It's amazing. I'm going to turn this over to Gwen, but what I asked her to do, I have never seen her patterns used properly with metal clay. And Gwen has this all down pat. So she's going to show us her fabulous patterns can be used with metal clay, and they make beautiful impressions. So she's going to show us that. Let me clip this to your apron. Nope. Is that on there? Ish.
There
we go.
There we go. All right.
Take it away.
We are ready. All right. We are going to be using PMC3 today, my favorite. Everybody always wants to know what I use for lubricant on these. My favorite is Liberation. Carrie Story at Clay Revolution can hook you up. It's my fave. All right. Let's go overhead. This is one of my earring patterns, and I'm just going to use, this is just a cheapo paintbrush, and I'm going to gently cover this pattern. I used it once before today, so it may not take as much lubricant, release, whatever you want to call it. So I want to get just a sheen. I don't want it to be drippy, and I want to be pretty gentle about the way that I apply it, because I don't want to wear down these cut open edges. The brown part of the pattern is where the paper has actually been cut away by the laser. So you don't want to over soften it. You don't want to, really jab at it. It's just a gentle, and the way you can tell that you've got lubricant everywhere you need it is turn the pattern over. And if you can see a shadow of the pattern on the back, I've got a couple of areas that I may need to add a little bit more, but I've really got a good, can y'all see that? When the first time you use a pattern, it's going to soak up a lot of that release. I'm going to set that aside while I'm rolling out my clay, and I'll just double check it before I roll my clay on it. All right, I'm just going to swab down my work surface here. This is a little miniature self-healing mat. I love this thing. All right. So we're going to open this. This is 15 grams. Should be plenty to get a pair of earrings. And I'm going to work one earring at a time. So I'm just going to divide this in half. I'm going to, just so I don't have a big old lump of clay out here getting dry. Yeah. I'm going to wrap that up tight. And for a little extra insurance, I'm going to go ahead and put it, I've got a little jar with a moistened little piece of sponge in it. That'll keep that little environment humid, so maybe it won't dry out as much. All right, I want to make sure that this is nice and conditioned, that all of the wrinkles are out of it. I'm going to kind of form it into the basic shape that I want. I'm going to roll it. My first roll, I'm going to roll it thicker than what I will actually end up with. I don't like my first roll to be right on the pattern. I'm going to turn that, roll it 90 degrees. All right. Now take a look at that. There's quite a bit of release still on the surface. I'm going to get rid of some of that. I don't want it real gloppy. I don't want it real runny. I just want a nice sheen. I want to see, can y'all see what that looks like? All right. So I'm going to get my, oh, they're in my pocket. I was like, I know I brought them. They're in my pocket. My green slats, 3 cards thick. It's thinner. Okay, so you'll notice I'm real close to the edge. I'm going to use these little pattern guides. They're the same thickness as my pattern, so I can put that right next to my pattern and kind of expand the area where I can put my thickness guides. Does that make sense to everybody? And now roll one way. I'm only going to roll once in each, I start in the middle. No, because I don't want to get any kind of double image. All right, here's the trick, y'all. I'm going to let gravity do the work, and I'm going to take advantage of the flexibility of these paper patterns. I'm just going to encourage this one edge with my thumb. Just going to encourage it, and I'm going to flex the pattern away. I'm going to get it started, and now I'm just letting gravity do the work.
Oh, Gwen, that's perfect.
So now to cut it out, if you're like me, trying to take my needle tool and go carefully around that border, yeah, not going to happen. I have templates that are sized to fit all the shapes. So that's just going to lay right on top. And I'm going to use my needle tool It's a little bit bigger, so I've got some grace all the way around. So much easier than trying to trace that shape by hand with my needle tool.
That's fantastic.
And
Wow. That's awesome.
I've got a little piece of Teflon. I'm going to use my clay scraper carefully lift that up. Put it on my Teflon surface, and that'll go on my cup warmer to dry.
That's absolutely fantastic.
All right, I've got one more thing I want to show you guys. I'm going to put this in my little hydration chamber, the leftovers. All right, through the magic of TV, I have a piece that was dried previously, and I've got some rough spots that I need to clean up. Y'all, this is children's craft foam that I've just cut into a little shape. I'm going to dip one end. I've got my little bowl of water. Water is my friend. Water is my friend. Okay, would you rather do that or file it when it's finished?
Or sand it and get all that dust.
Exactly. Now, I will continue to use this piece of foam, and it's going to get clay on it. I don't care, because I'm going to throw this in my special bucket of sweeps and all kinds of, the paper towels that I wipe up my bench with, and that will go to my refiner, and they will actually recover the silver from. So why am I so meticulous about finishing the edge? If there's any crack, this is the time that you want to fix that, because a crack will only get larger in the kiln. It will not go away, y'all. Don't put it in the kiln and think it's going to go away. It's just going to get larger. If you've got a crack, you can fill it with a little bit of paste. You can smooth it over like I'm doing here. So I'll let those little damp areas dry again, and then that's ready to go in the kiln. I've got a little area down here I'll probably end up sanding where the template was a little bit off to one side. But there you go.
That's fantastic.
Woohoo!
Gwen,
Questions?
let's see what we got on the questions. You're back on your face, by the way.
Oh, yay!
Yay! So, let's see. Can you show the liberation spray again? There we go.
Liberation.
That's the stuff. And Margaret is saying matching templates is a great idea. Y'all need to check Gwen's Etsy shop and her website. She's got the most amazing stuff on there.
So, yeah.
Thank you for that.
My pleasure. I'm having fun.
We are having fun.
Oh, hey, Carmen.
Questions? Any other questions?
Hey, Lorraine. Good to see you.
Lorraine says you're looking cute.
I would say
looking cute.
Y'all have a pretty low bar.
No, you're very cute. You're very cute. All right. So I'm going to steal this back so that we can both talk into it.
Okay.
Thank you for coming today, Gwen.
It has been a blast.
From another mister. I love you more than my luggage. This has been a wonderful day. I don't know what we're doing next, but I will put a broadcast notification up on our page. It'll probably be sometime in the next 20 minutes, so keep an eye open for that. Happy holidays from us at the Makery. We're super glad that you're joining us virtually. We wish you were here. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.